going to start a little tour. Here at the front, you can see the tongue of the trailer. That was a Harbor Freight build-it-yourself utility trailer. I added some leveling jacks that you can see right there. On the port side, we have a window and a hatch and a white pipe sticking out. The white pipe goes to the water tank. It's a 15-gallon tank. And the battery compartment is also where I store my cords. The battery is attached to a small solar charger. I don't know if you can see it because there it is. To a small solar charger that keeps it topped up pretty well. This is my running lights. I turn that on and this light comes on if I want to drive at night. This is a instant hot water heater, good for 6 liters of water, about 1.5 gallons at a time. And then we get to the back door. Back door has a dough bolt lock. I initially intended it to be a Dutch door with a screen on the top part, but that just didn't work out. Not much going on the starboard side. This little doohickey is the vent. This is the vent from the stove top vent. And a window that can be opened for cooling. And now we'll take a little trip to the inside. I built a kind of a porch step at the back. It's made out of furring strips and pieces of 2x4 bolted into place to the frame with 1/2-inch bolts and nuts. Then we have the shower and toilet. This is basically a composting toilet when it's in use. And we use the Home Depot bucket because that's what I have. This is a closet, so I have room for actually quite a few clothes, but the breaker boxes, main breaker and the sub box, are behind the clothes, and it's a 30-amp box. There's some storage up higher where I keep underwear and books, and 2 bunks or benches, 2 benches and a table that folds down into the middle to form one large bed so that I have enough room to sleep. And I added these overhead storage compartments because I just don't think you can ever have enough storage in a tiny camper. Okay, here's the kitchen. This is my 2-burner camp stove, and you can see where the vent fan is, and above the vent fan there's a couple of storage holes. Down below the cooktop is cookware and some storage for canned goods or whatever. There's also a sink that is underneath the stovetop. And the sink and the shower at this point both drain directly to the outside. And then I have these 2 cubbies that are where I can store food or put a microwave or whatever. It was intended to have a microwave there and food storage on top, and a refrigerator. You get a better picture of all of that from out here. A couple of storage spaces and a dorm-sized refrigerator. Underneath the dorm-sized refrigerator is my propane storage. Back to the port side is the hatch cover for the propane. Because I can only bring a certain amount of stuff with me, I built this covering for the back of my truck, which I waterproofed with an elastomeric coating, which I put on the inside, and then I painted the outside with regular old house paint. But it is waterproof. Back at the back is my spare tire and my power box, and in front of the power box is a box that'll be used for power tools. Then I have a 30 amp generator. It will power my power tools, everything in the camper, but I'm hoping to use the batteries that are inside of the power box to do most of the powering of the camper, and the generator will be used for the power tools primarily. The camper has been more or less sitting for about 2 years without any kind of maintenance. So the first step in getting back on the road is to take care of some of the maintenance. The first thing I decided to work on was repainting. Originally it was a bright yellow, as you can see from the video. So I debated what color I should go with, asked a lot of friends online, and came up with a dark charcoal gray. The whole point of building the camper initially was so that I could travel around and teach painting. That mission changed a little bit when the pandemic hit. I used the time during the pandemic to look for property someplace where I could live off-grid and invite other artist friends to come and do the same. That's where the idea of Esperanza initially came from. Esperanza means hope. It is my hope to create a place where people can come to learn about art, the environment, and living off-grid. Thanks for watching this video. In some upcoming videos, I'm going to touch on some of the other maintenance issues that I have to deal with, and hopefully we'll get on the road and have some adventures.